New Wonder Woman trailer, you say? The people need to know what secrets are hidden within. Sounds like a job for Nerdist News. By now, if you're anything like me, you've watched the new Wonder Woman trailer 200 to 300 times. So rather than break this trailer down frame by frame, we've got 6 things that you probably missed. So first off, a shot that comes near the very top of the trailer during what we'd guess is a bookending sequence set after the events of Batman v Superman. Diana walks around the Louvre, we're guessing she's made Paris her home base, before settling down at her desk to gaze reminiscing at a photo of her old World War I era squad. But wait a minute, zoom in, enhance. Zoom in, enhance. Is that Wayne Enterprises letterhead? Is old Bruce keeping up his flirtations with Diana via some handwritten notes? Honestly, this is a huge step up from those dumbass emails that he was sending in BVS, so we will take it. All right, so for a thing you missed number 2, let's take another look at that photo. Obviously, we've got Steve Trevor, we've got Spud from Trainspotting, and this guy on the left who shows up again later on fighting in the trenches and bearing witness to Diana's heroic walk towards the enemy. But what about this Native American guy? He doesn't show up at any other point in the trailer that we could see, which leads us to think he, might pull a Slipknot and get killed off pretty quick. I know. We're hoping that isn't the case, since Slipknot's total irrelevance was one of the worst things about Suicide Squad, but, he's probably going down. Rest in peace, 5th member of Team Wonder Woman. We hardly knew ya. Moving on, let's talk about how Steve Trevor gets to Themyscira and how Diana gets to the war front. First, based on these shots, it looks like Steve is flying solo because he's either running a secret mission of his own accord, this guy really wants to stop the war from happening, or he's undercover with the enemy and steals a plane to blow up some secret base. We're guessing the latter since we noticed some German medals on his uniform in the flick's first trailer. And as for Diana, it looks like she sneaks into the Themysciran archives to steal her sword, shield, and costume, presumably leaving the island without the permission of her elders. This is classic Wonder Woman canon stuff, with the Amazonians deciding to stay impartial to man's conflicts, but Diana standing against evil of any kind, anywhere. And from the sound of this off-screen warning she gets, at least one of her matriarchal figures approves of her mission. And finally, let's talk bad guys and badder super weapons. We're still assuming that Danny Huston's character is Ares and that this charmingly masked young lady is a World War I take on Baroness Paula von Gunther. The character was rumored to be Cersei at one point too, but since she's got the mask and we don't see her get up to any superpowered action, we're guessing von Gunther is right on the money. But what are they up to? Well, throughout the trailer, we see a super weapon developing that looks like some mean business. First, at 55 seconds, we see some kind of bubbling fluid getting loaded into giant shells. Whatever that gas is, it's capable of breaking glass and melting gas masks, so that's cool. Or at least Von Gunther thinks so as she lustily looks on, eventually tossing a grenade we can only imagine contains the gas and seemingly causing a big electric-y, maybe even supernatural explosion. And Ares is a big fan of this stuff too, claiming that with this kind of firepower, the world can be ours. Does he mean these central powers he's fighting alongside? 'Cause if so, you're all getting duped. Ares ain't out to help anybody but himself. And it looks like he'll be quite the force on his own, as the trailer even gave us a healthy dose of what looks to be Wonder Woman's final fight with the God of War. She flips him around with her golden whip, smashing him into a rooftop and seemingly blowing the whole building up with the colossal impact of his godliness. In a scene we can only imagine comes before he gets all smashed up, we see Ares wielding Diana's own sword against her, which she expertly deflects. And at the very end, we see Diana running from a similar kind of electric-y explosion, very Doomsday-esque, eventually blocking it with those handy bracelets. And who is ripping up the ground and levitating it in these shots? Is that Ares? Either way, into it. God, how much longer do we have to wait for this thing? 7 months? Are they trying to kill me? Ha! So tell me what you guys think. Do you dig the new trailer? Do you think Elena Anaya is playing Von Gunther? What does Ares hope to gain? And what kind of downer ending will it take to make Diana give up on saving lives for another 100 years? Well, the death of Steve Trevor. Duh. Let's discuss. Join us today on Twitch for Nerdist News Talks Back, where we'll be talking more Wonder Woman and that Trainspotting 2 trailer. And make sure you hit up our brand new live show we're doing with Peak and Sundry at 5:30 PST over on Twitch. It's called Mothership. Watch me and Hector Navarro hang out, chat with you, and play some games. It's gonna be a whole lot of mothership and fun. Kyle's got a brand new Because Science where he contemplates the mysteries of the Death Star's gravity. Check us out at Nerdist.com and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Nerdist news.